What is up, mathletes? Welcome back to the episode of Math with Dr. Math. And today we're going to look at how to earn some extra cash to pay for your college expenses. Don't go anywhere. All right, mathletes. So let me go ahead and show you my screen here. And what we're going to talk about is one of the many ways that I personally earned thousands of dollars while I was going to school, because as some of you know, I paid over 80 grand for my associate's degree, bachelor's degree, and master's degree all combined, right? So that was a lot of money, right? So how did I pay for those college expenses, the tuition, the books, all that stuff, all right? And that's what I want to talk about, because I unfortunately didn't come from a family where they went to college, right? This is a brand new thing for us. So I took my hustler mentality, right, of learning how to think creatively and brought it to school. And I want to share you how I did things so that maybe you could replicate or think of your own ways of making money to pay for your college expenses, because some of you are in the same boat that I was. All right, so don't go anywhere. And today I'm going to share one tip, and you could either apply this directly or you could take it outside the box and make it your own. All right, so what you're going to do is go, and depending on what time period it is, right now it's December, and so people are getting ready to sign up, or they're already signed up for their next classes. They already know what they're going to take. So if that's you, go to your college website, whatever. I'm just at some college, and they have a bookstore. And on that bookstore, they're going to tell you everything that you're going to need. So you're going to type in the semester, the department. We'll go into, I don't know, CG, whatever that is, guidance and counseling. You'll punch in your course number, your section, and it's going to tell you the materials that you need. All right. So let's pretend we did this already, and I'm in a math class, right? Dr. Math. And we find out we need a calculator. All right, so make sure you ask the instructor ahead of time. They should already list what type of calculator you need, because the reason I say understand what calculator you need is because two things could happen. Number one, it might just say a TI-84 calculator, right? So here you have a bunch of TI-84 calculators, and what I'm gonna show you is this website, awesome website called Deal Odds. It's right here, dealodds.com. All right. And what this website does, which is better than Amazon and all these other websites, is it goes through all other websites and it finds you the best and cheapest price for that textbook, for the new value, used, and a rental. You could also rent these textbooks. And so what I recommend doing is going on there early. The early bird gets the worm, right? And you want to see if you could get your textbook for the cheapest price. And then I'm going to show you exactly what I did. All right. So first things first, we're going to go here to the calculator we need. But notice all these calculators do basically the same exact thing, except some of them have functions that you don't need. So for example, if I went to this TI-84 Plus color calculator, and I go and I look, I'm gonna notice that I could buy this. It looks like the cheapest, boom, is 49 bucks, which is an awesome deal for this calculator on eBay, right? And I'll tell you where is the best place I could get it for brand new. All right, so it allows me to compare. And if this were a textbook, you would probably see pages and pages, right? This is a calculator, and what I did on this other tab is I looked at the same calculator, right? And this one doesn't have as much features, but if you notice, if I go through here, this one that doesn't have as many features is actually more. So regardless, what I want you to do is do your homework and search early, because sometimes when you're searching early, that's when you're gonna get the best prices, right? The people that usually wait to the last minute, they're the ones that end up paying overpriced for everything because they're being reactive, right? So what I did is I would go on to this website, and the first time I used it, I was excited. So here's the story, so you know what's going on. It's 4 months before I'm transferring to San Jose State University, and my boss gives me a gift certificate from their bookstore, and I'm pumped because it was for $100. So I go into the bookstore and I look at my math textbook, and that sucker cost $214. I still remember that. And so I was like, dang, $214. So I was like, I need to save some cash for this, even though I had a $100 gift certificate. As I was leaving, you see all these papers on the walls. They still have them today, where it says tear off a number, blah blah blah. And so I went ahead, I tore off that paper, and I saw this website. And when I went onto the website and I typed in the textbook, I saw that same textbook was around $8. And right away, just like many of you guys, I was probably like, this is a scam, right? And because this was early 2000s, this was like 2005, so before we have shipping that just got to you like this. So I went ahead and I was like, you know what, it's $8, let me try it. I ordered it, and a couple weeks later, because that's the way things worked back then, I got my textbook. And I was disappointed because it didn't look like the textbook at the bookstore, because I took a picture of it. And so I was like, you know what? I went back to the bookstore and I took the book, and I was pretty disappointed because like, dang, I got ripped off. But what I had a hunch, I was like, you know what? Let me go and check. And so I went to check, and page by page, I compared the two textbooks. They were actually exactly the same. In the back of the textbook that I got in the mail, what I saw, it said not to be sold in the United States. And I was like, oh, I didn't know that, back then, I don't know how things are now. There's some books that are made subsidized to be sold in other countries at a much cheaper price, right? Subsidized. And so I was like, what the heck? So they were getting whatever country it was, I think it was like India, they're getting their textbooks that are made for the United States for much cheaper. So what I did is I bought every single textbook that they had online, and on the first day of class, I went and I was like, you need a textbook, you need a textbook, you need a textbook, and I sold all of those for about, I think it was like $120, and they just flew. And I bought, I think it was like 10 of them. So you do the math of how much money I made right off the bat, right? So what I did is, that's when I started my business of buying books early and selling them to college students, because I myself was a college student, right? So I tell all my students this, and I'm telling you this because some people, I've seen them do it. They end up running with this idea and using it to making profit so they could buy their textbooks and more, right? For me, it was a lot more. I ended up making a whole side business from this. For you, right? Imagine you buy 2 textbooks and you sell, and you make such a profit that one that you sell pays for your textbook, right? So again, depending on how much homework you do and your situation, and you could even do this for textbooks that are for classes that you're not even taking, right? So again, think outside the box, and you could do what you want with this idea. Right? So all of us, if you're in school or wherever you are, there's always opportunities to be made. You just have to go out there and look for them. So again, this is just a quick little tip, and I'm telling you, start early, start now, save yourself some money. And for some of you entrepreneurs, get out there and make yourself some money. All right, mathletes. So just one idea. I have a lot more, because there's so many different jobs that I've had out there that I want to share with you to help make you money as we pursue that education. All right, mathletes, till next time, peace.